Good morning, Hillman Cancer Center. Happy Wednesday to you. My name is Danielle Petrina. I'm the project manager for the Wellness and Integrative Oncology program. And this is Angela Zaccanini, our registered dietitian who focuses on lifestyle nutrition. And this is Cooking for Cancer and Chronic Disease. So welcome if this is your first time. If not, glad to have you back. Today we are making feta eggs with zucchini. So this is going to be a pretty cool recipe. We have noticed that the breakfast playlists seem to be pretty popular right now. So we're going to continue to go with that and get you some new recipes, right? I feel like with every season, like that kind of changes.
Yeah,
you're like, okay,
I think so.
I'm done with like fruit and yogurt. Like now I want something like warm and comforting.
Yeah,
you know?
right. And I think breakfast can kind of get pretty boring or consistent because it's easy.
Yeah.
But then you kind of get sick of that routine, so you want to switch it up a little bit. Also, I think breakfast is good at any meal.
Yeah.
You know, breakfast for dinner and all of those things. So it's like these recipes can obviously be utilized at any time of the day.
Yeah.
So, all right. So feta eggs with zucchini. This is actually from Skinny Taste.
Oh.
You know that she has
Books,
cookbooks,
and,
blogs. She has an
All the
Instagram page, and I really enjoy all of her recipes. They seem to be pretty easy, minimal ingredients, and quick. Like this one's going to take less than 10 minutes probably.
Good.
Okay, so the one thing about this recipe, it's an easy way to add vegetables to your breakfast. I think that can go pretty, like it gets missed a lot. You know what I mean? Unless you're making an omelet with vegetables or something, it's pretty hard to add your veggies in at breakfast. So we're going to grate some zucchini and onions, and we're going to put that in a hot skillet, and then we're just going to top some eggs on top. It's going to be super easy.
So are we starting here with the grate?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the camera over there so that you can see. I was going with the skillet first. I think that this is something really cool to show too, Ange, because like I feel like, you know, zucchini noodles and all this stuff. Go ahead, you can get started.
Okay.
I'm going to transfer it over to you.
So I'm going to do the onion first, which I was telling Danielle, I never really grated an onion before.
Oh, it looks, I mean, it seems fine.
Yeah.
Just watch your fingers.
Right.
Blood is not a part of the recipe.
No, definitely not. So you're only going to need a quarter cup of onions. It doesn't stop the crying though, whether you're cutting it or grating
They
it.
can't see your tears. I just only have it on the...
Just the board, right?
Yes, just the board in your hands.
So besides the onion grated, we are going to grate a zucchini. But again, to add veggies, add whatever you have. If you want some green peppers, maybe even like some potatoes or... I can't multitask.
The tears are like...
I know. I can't see. I can't talk. Okay,
Ooh,
that looks really good.
Okay, cool.
I've seen a lot of people using those spiralers now.
Yeah.
Woo!
She's crying.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Sorry.
So just gonna put this on medium.
It's okay, Ange. We can talk about it later.
Onions really.
Oh,
do
that
me
really
dirty.
is. Ooh, that's
It's
powerful.
Okay, so I wait a little bit to add my olive oil into my skillet until it's pretty hot. Just because oil spreads a lot better whenever the skillet is hot. So you, like, a little goes a long way, more or less.
Let me get you a little...
Yeah, I need a Kleenex
This is why
napkin.
I do this, because I mean, holy...
I know,
crap.
it's not good.
You're like, really... Here. Do you want to put that under your eye? Yeah.
Okay.
See, we're the show of what not to do. You know,
right.
You know, we wanted to show you how to grate the onion. Maybe in retrospect, we could have done it before and been like, hey, look at the grated onion.
Right.
Ta-da. Yeah.
This would never happen on a real cooking show, right?
That's
no one's crying on TV.
I mean, are they?
I don't know. Maybe behind the scenes. Okay.
So wait, to explain why it spreads better when it's hot?
Right.
Okay.
So I always end up letting my skillet get warm first, then adding my oil, because if I don't, I end up adding a lot more oil because it doesn't spread as like evenly or as quickly.
Interesting.
So like if you add hot oil to a skillet, you can already see it's moving.
Hold on, I'm getting there. Okay. There you go.
Can you tell it's growing?
Yeah.
Because it's hot, and then it's going to easily just coat the entire pan. Okay. It's going to spread. All right, so what you're gonna do is then add the oil, then the onion and the zucchini straight to the skillet. And I'm gonna add it almost like you would 2 eggs. So for example, like I'm gonna add onions on one side, onions on the other side, zucchini on top. Almost like you would make a pancake or like a hash brown type of patty. Okay. And you're just going to let that cook down a little bit. Okay.
You move the olive oil, Ange.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, cool.
So until this gets like a little soft and brown, then you're going to add some feta cheese on top. So you're getting additional protein there.
Okay.
With the eggs. So let's talk about the nutrition facts a little bit.
Okay.
So the serving is 2 eggs and a 1/4 cup of your onion, a 1/2 cup of the zucchini, and 1 ounce of feta cheese for each serving. And then 2 eggs, like I mentioned. So this entire thing would be a meal.
Okay.
That's 1 serving.
And how many calories?
284 calories.
That's very cool.
Very low in carbohydrates, 7.5 grams of carbs, and 17.5 grams of protein, 20.5 grams of fat. So this to me is a very low carb, high protein breakfast, which I feel like is a very common request.
Right.
For sure. So, oh, it smells good.
It does smell good.
It smells really good.
Those onions, even though they killed you, they smell really good.
Literally. Now, when you are purchasing eggs, when it comes to dairy and eggs, I do encourage spending that extra few dollars on the organic, farm-raised, grass-fed, you know, higher quality.
Does cage-free mean anything?
Yeah,
okay.
It does. You want your chickens to be able to run around. You know what I mean? You don't want them to be in a cage and in poor living conditions, and you're going to pay a little bit of extra, you know, a few extra dollars for these things, but you're getting high quality. So this actually these eggs are from Whole Foods. I believe they were $5 for the dozen.
That's
and
their organic brand too.
Yep, so 365. And it does have the USDA organic label on it. Even this cute little thing that says outdoor access. So
that's
the
hilarious.
chickens were definitely roaming around.
They were roaming around.
Which is good. Okay, so we have they're steaming.
Yeah.
But I would prefer them to be cooked down a little bit. Now, another thing about eggs, cholesterol is in the yolk. So if you want to use egg beaters, egg whites, that's going to lessen that cholesterol. This is a very low cholesterol meal. So if that's the only thing that's containing cholesterol, completely fine. I suggest no more than 6 eggs a week.
Okay.
And if you are struggling with neutropenia or low white blood cell count, I would suggest cooking your eggs well done. So avoiding that runny yolk.
Okay.
Because then you're at risk for infection there.
Gotcha. Oh,
So just
good to
making
know.
sure things are pretty well done there. Okay.
These are simmering.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to get them to be a patty? Is that the goal?
So I'd like it to, but you know, think about how when you add veggies to an omelet, you do cook them down first
Right.
before then you add the scrambled eggs on top. So I personally would want them to be a little bit browned. Another thing you can make a note of is to squeeze out the excess fluid from your
the zucchini.
They definitely have a high water content, so they can cook a lot faster if you eliminate that water content.
They also, like, in the pre-made or in the vegetable section, they'll have like zoodles.
Yeah, like the
already.
spiralized.
They'll have it all ready to go. So those will obviously have a lot less water in them as well.
Yep. Okay.
So what about what's some benefits of zucchini, Ange?
So zucchini, I feel like, is very low calorie, but it's a green vegetable. So you're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals there. You're getting vitamin C, vitamin A, and I just think a little zucchini goes a long way, and it can be made. It's very versatile.
Yeah.
I think it's a mild flavor.
Right.
So you can add it to a lot of things, and I personally love zucchini. What
I
about
don't
you?
forget that I love zucchini.
Yeah.
Like my dad does a really good recipe with zucchini and squash and sautés it and like keeps it in the refrigerator like all week for like a snack, you know, or just to like throw real fast into like a meal, you know. I'm like, oh, I like forget how good that stuff is. But you are right. Even if you're baking zucchini or squash, there's
like
definitely
zucchini bread.
Yeah, I mean,
Zucchini fritters.
I mean, now we're getting past the point. Okay,
Yeah.
let me transition this over back to the skillet.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead, do your thing.
So you can see there's a little bit of browning going on at the edge
Yep.
of our veggies here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crack the egg and lay that right on top. Whoop.
Whoa. You might need to make a little pocket for it. Oops.
Guess not right on top.
Why don't you can you take the egg out?
Just lay it on top?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll see how this one goes.
Okay. We are not professionals. Oh.
There we go.
Manja.
Oh, it's going out.
Come on. Egg. I should have made a little pocket with the feta cheese.
Okay,
You know what I
that
mean?
one's better.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Manja, manja. Okay.
Now, one thing that Danielle and I love that we're going to add to this is crushed red pepper.
Oh, all day.
Right on top.
All day. Oh, see, I love a good, yeah. Okay, this looks good.
And of course, add salt and pepper if you prefer, which we do. Now, if you're watching your sodium content, of course, using Mrs. Dash or a sodium alternative is fine. Maybe adding some fresh herbs on top.
That smells so good.
I know. That one looks good.
That one, I mean, yeah.
This one,
It's just, you know, it's like the first kid, you know, it's just like your practice run. This is the second child over here. The third, they're just raising themselves at that point.
right. You don't have enough team members.
You're
Whoops.
out of people.
So it does say to cook this on low for, until, I guess, you want that consistency or the cook time to be. So, for example, if you are looking to cook your eggs a little bit longer, of course, it's going to take a little bit longer. So keep that in mind. And because, like this one has the zucchini and the onions underneath, this one's probably going to take a little bit longer to cook just because that heat isn't directly
definitely
on
want to
it.
flip this over.
I know.
Can I do
You can.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Let's see.
So we call these dippy eggs.
Dippy eggs.
Dippy
Is
eggs.
that a Western PA like
I
term?
think so
Like-
because I've been down south and I've
they're
ordered
like-
dippy eggs and they're like, what? Sunny side up? Or
Yeah.
they call it over easy.
Over easy.
So over easy is considered a dippy egg where you flip it twice.
Okay.
So you flip it once to get that little coating on the yolk and then flip it again so then you can dip into
I always
it.
ask for over medium.
Oh.
Because like I'll make a dippy egg like this at home, but it makes me nervous at restaurants.
Okay, so see? And then sunny side up is where they don't flip it at all.
Okay.
So
right.
it literally just looks like
that, but this is all white.
right.
Yeah.
You definitely want to cook it as much as possible. So we probably have this a little bit too high. As you can see, it's burning a little bit.
Oops. Although like zucchini crunchy is going to be great.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Like this is probably going to need to be cooked a lot longer,
I mean, I feel
obviously.
like you got to flip it. I'm flipping it.
Sous
Nobody
chef,
got time for this.
Sous chef says she's flipping it.
I know. Ooh, that was a bad flip. Oh, we're going to save
and
it.
it's burning.
Yeah, that's why we got to flip. It's going to be great, though. Honestly, a zucchini, it's going to be lovely. It's not like you burned, like, a potato. Can you burn? Yeah, you can burn potatoes. Okay, you can all see our mess and how we burned. Oh, my gosh. It
Do they
looks-
look pitch black
They
on
look
the
bad
air?
on
'Cause
camera.
They
Yeah.
pretty much are. But
They, we burned them. So, okay. But it's going to cook faster. And then we're going to try it. And now I need a piece of toast.
I know.
Right?
Yes,
So
for
you
sure.
could obviously add that. Okay, so Ange, let's talk about Dave's Killer Bread.
Okay.
I literally just brought this for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a little bit colder out now, and I'm just like kind of like done with like my summer salads of just like the kitchen sink. So I bought Dave's Killer Bread
Yep.
bagels. So a little bit about this. It obviously still has carbohydrates, but this focus of this brand is adding a lot more protein
For sure.
into the bread. So any thoughts about Dave's Killer Bread?
So I always tell patients that, to have a balanced diet, you need adequate carbohydrates, protein, and fat. So the concept behind Dave's Killer Bread is you have all of those macronutrients within one source. So bread itself is pretty high in carbohydrates and nothing else.
Right.
So Dave's Killer Bread not only has carbohydrates, but it also has protein, it has fat, because it has a lot of seeds and nuts on it.
Yes.
And then it also has fiber
Yeah.
because of that. So very
made-
well-rounded.
So this is what I have for lunch, which I thought was, I don't know. Have you ever just like you need something hearty? Like I just need something that like sticks. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Whoop.
I put a little bit of turkey and I had some cheese and the bagel. It's an everything bagel. It was 260 calories, so I thought that was pretty good. Here, I'm gonna. Ooh. Oh, Ange, this was not our best.
No, it was not. But
it's gonna taste good. Okay, so you guys can see. Can you tilt it a little bit, Ange? And then we'll taste. Probably not take a picture for Instagram.
no, this is not picture worthy.
Okay.
Making dippy eggs at home, I'm like actually very proud of how I flip an egg without it breaking.
Oh, yeah,
know,
no,
like,
I agree.
I
You
am
need the
super
plastic
good at it.
spatula
Yeah.
is what you need.
I
But I feel like you need the yolk. All right, let's try this bad boy.
almost
need
don't
some-
want to. That's
Okay, you don't have to. You do not have to.
let sous chef do this for us.
It's fantastic.
Is it?
Yes. Try it. Try this one.
Okay.
Sorry. Inappropriate. I mean, honestly, the burned is
So
just
it's
like
ugly,
crunchy.
but
it's
it's
ugly,
delicious.
but it's good. It's so good.
Yeah.
About to crush it. I mean, honestly, can you even tell it's burned?
No, and the feta in there is such a good like
You know I'm not a huge fan
creamy.
of feta.
Yeah.
I need
No,
like
that's good. And the crushed red pepper.
I mean,
Oh, that
all
nice
day.
kick.
Here's
Okay.
a glass of water.
So
We're doing one more.
we do it wrong, so you do it right at home.
Oh my God, that's our tagline.
We're gonna get t-shirts made.
T-shirts.
I think it could have used a little bit more olive oil or just lower temperature on the heat, pretty much.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Okay, the feta is so good on that. I mean, wow. I love that. Sorry, I threw up Angela's title, which has a bunch of long initials afterwards, but I did throw up Angela's email address. We do email everybody once a week just to let you know what we will be cooking, the recipe, and a link to our YouTube page.
Yep.
As a reminder, these classes are recorded, but the last Wednesday of every month is a live Q&A, so please come with your questions. If not, Ange and I always have a topic prepared. You will also find those back on the YouTube channel under our Q&A playlist.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
otherwise, what's up?
By the way, this
Ooh, I wanna eat all
recipe
that.
link will be in the description of the YouTube video.
Oh, perfect.
And that's what we do for every recipe. We always include the link. So if you want to go directly to the link, you can find it right in the description. Keep in mind, this is an ugly one, but it tastes good.
It tastes so good.
And you'll do better at home.
Yes. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.